A lot of people seem to think that this is the best practice amp in the world ever. Let's find out. Hello and welcome to another video with me, Elmo J. Karjalainen. It's good to have you along. You can call me this guy if my name is tricky to pronounce. Today we're taking a look at this. This is the Spark Mini Amp by Positive Grid. And people are absolutely raving about this amp. Let's find out if the hype is justified. It's a really compact little practice amp. Costs $199. It's battery powered, 8 hours of battery time when you charge it. Really portable stuff. Very basic controls, input, guitar volume, music volume, and you can choose presets, so you can program in 4 sounds into this. Now this has all the same features as the big brother, the Spark amp, which I've reviewed earlier, which I liked quite a lot, despite it being a bit on the dark side. Now in terms of tone. All the controls for this, you need the app, which you then connect to your phone or tablet to this, and you control everything. Now personally, I don't like apps, but you do that stuff once, set up your sounds, you don't need the app anymore. Unless you plan to play music through this. Now, like I said, it has the same features as the big brother. I'm not going to go through all of those features, because for me the big thing about a practice amp is how it sounds. So I'm going to mic this up so that you hear what it sounds like, because that's the important bit. A practice amp should inspire you to play. It should sound so that you want to play with that practice amp. If it sounds like a bunch of horse droppings, then it won't matter what the bells and whistles on it are. But the bells and whistles on this are, for instance, you can jam along to it. It's your Bluetooth music speaker. You can record USB out or line out. There's just so much going on here. The intelligent jam feature, same as on the big brother. That was fun. But I programmed in 4 sounds here, 2 plexi type things, 1 clean ambient thing, and 1 high gain 5150 type thing. I'm gonna fiddle with one of the sounds a bit so you can see a bit what it's like. Oh, and before we get going, I would like to say that this video is sponsored by the good people over on Patreon who support me because I buy the gear that I review, so you get an honest review. No one has sent me this, I bought this. If you want to check out my Patreon, there's a link in the description. You get access to my music, lessons, and a bunch of exclusives, and you can even take that stuff for free. So please check that out, but above all, a huge thank you to everyone who supports me. Okay, so here you have what the app looks like. You can control all sorts of things. You get a list of amps, all sorts. It's just so much. I mean, it has all, basically more features than you'll probably ever need. Maybe that's the easiest way to say it. So here's a high gain thing I programmed earlier. Don't worry, we'll get to the clean stuff. But here we can turn off the overdrive, change the amp, AC30 type thing. Remove delay, fiddle with the amp, it's a bit dark. And if you're wondering what guitar I'm using, it's my custom Strat with a Seymour Duncan humbucker, DiMarzio HS3 in the neck, and some kind of single coil, I forget which one, in the middle position. Yeah, so you get crunchy stuff. Okay, so I programmed in a clean sound, which is very ambient because I like that type of thing. Now, I don't know how this transmits to YouTube with just one mic. It won't be stereo. But the way this sounds in the room is absolutely astounding. I don't understand how they've done this. It has a speaker on the bottom as well. Don't know if that's involved. But it sounds, the reverb and delay sounds immense. The actual clean sound is very nice, I like it. Then I've done a variation, two variations on the same thing, two types of plexi type things, because it has different plexis built in, and I like plexi. One of the plexis is an Yngwie Malmsteen 100 watt signature amp, so you get slightly different variations on the same theme. That seems slightly quieter than the other preset. And then you have the other one, variation on the same theme. I think this one was a bit louder. A bit much delay, so we look at the delay, which is an echo tape, and we turn down the volume a bit, and a bit more, add a bit of length as well. So now it doesn't mess up my already messy playing. And then we just save. And when you find what you're happy with, I think I like this more. This one also has the lead, the delay a bit loud. And like I said, then you have the high gain stuff. Seems I've put delay on too loud in every preset. And okay, this is where we get to, I mean, it sounds brilliant. Absolutely stunning. $200, which is 200 euros roughly at the moment, is insanely good. Now, I don't know about battery life. It says 8 hours, but if you use this a year, will it be 8 hours? I doubt it. That's one of the risks. I've heard, but I've not experienced this myself, that Positive Grid has had some quality issues and issues with customer service. So buyer beware. But this... It just sounds so good. It has the same issue as its bigger brother. It's also a bit dark, but it doesn't really annoy me. And it's so tiny, she said. I mean, you can pack this along anywhere you go. Is it the best practice amp ever? I think only time will tell. How fast will it break? Those kinds of things do have to come into it. But on the face of it, on this evidence, it really is up there. I mean, seriously. And like I said, I buy the gear that I review, so you get an honest review, and I usually sell everything that I buy because I can't afford to keep it. This one, I'm definitely keeping this one. Based on these sounds, if the rest sound as good, and I've no reason to believe that they shouldn't, check this out. Brilliant. Brilliant sounding little thing. Punches way above its weight. If you want options to this, there's a video here. Please join my Patreon to get access to lessons, music and exclusives. There's a link in the description. Other than that, I hope you have a nice day. Take care. Goodbye.